Good morning and welcome to my plot. It's late July and everything's growing pretty well. This is our main crop, potatoes. Must be about 3 foot high, it's pretty good. And here we've got our sweet corn, which is also doing pretty well as well. As you can see, it's that almost 5 foot, 6 foot, something like that, which is pretty good. And tassels come in, so the sweet corn will be coming as well. So the other thing in here is lettuce. I've cut a few lettuce off there already, but they're doing all right, and they're just like a catch crop for the beetroot that I've put in there as well. That's the onions are just starting to go over here, but they're a sizable crop. You can see pretty good. The red ones always are slightly smaller than the other ones, but that doesn't really matter. Here we've got 3 butternut squash plants. Normally they spread out a little bit than that, but they're doing all right. They're coming along. In here I've got spring onions and carrots. Planted them just before we had this heat wave that's been lasting a week, so I didn't really expect them to come up. And carrots, well, I can't grow carrots, so this bed was full of carrots seeds, but I've only got a couple there and another one there, so yep, the dreaded I can't grow carrots has struck again. Here we've got some winter cabbage, and there's also a kale there. They're doing okay. Unfortunately, the ones here, which were the cauliflowers, a few days after I put them in, it rained for 3 or 4 days and obviously brought all the slugs out. And as you can see, they just nibbled the whole tops off of everything. So there's not really much of a plant left. But I noticed they are coming back, so I think it'll just be a delayed crop from there. As I say, I was growing some flowers this year, so I put some out there, and I had a load of extra cabbage, had a lot of extra lettuce, so there we go, lettuce. First earlies, they're all died off now, and just dug up my first crop, so they look pretty reasonable, reasonable size, most of them. So you know what I have for tea today, and here's some more of those plants that I'm growing. Asparagus is over now. I don't cut any more asparagus after the summer solstice. Over here, onion bed, and here is my runner bean tripod. They've got to the top, so we'll pinch out the tops of those, and even sweet peas are doing pretty well this year, so it's pretty good. The early rhubarb over there is just about over. I'll just leave that now, so I'll just be picking off of the late variety. Apple wise, we've got a few apples coming. These are Granny Smiths, so that's good. And because of the heat wave that we've had for the week, the greenhouse is looking a bit sorry for itself. Tomatoes are doing all right because of the automatic watering system that I've got down here. There's a video on how all that works if you're interested. I'll place a link above. I also, in the last 3 weeks, dug up all my garlic, so it's all in here drying away. So the heat wave for the last week will be doing that a lot good, drying out. Unfortunately, the basil that I've got in here is not fared so well, but I've got some at home so I could bring it up. Tomato wise, we've got quite a few tomatoes. In fact, I think over here I've got a couple of red ones, so I'll pick those before I go home. And there's some more coming here, flowering. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. Also here we've got our main crop potatoes, and got some quite a good crop of pears on this little bush. Seems to have done quite well in the last couple of years. Down here we've got some French beans coming up. Not doing too badly. It's got some flowers on that one, so that's okay. I've planted some more down in the nursery bed, so I'll have to see how they are. We'll have a look at those in a minute. Here's the other TP for broad beans. Another 3 squashes, and I see on this one, we go in close, we can just see the forming of a little butternut squash there below the flower. So even though they're not spreading out much this year, they're doing quite well. Courgette wise, yeah, we've got some courgettes in there. See, there's quite a few there. Need to cut those. I don't like to let them get too big, otherwise go to marrow. Got a really nice recipe for chocolate courgettes cake. Good way of getting vegetables into children. And this one here, there's a few down there as well, so yeah, so I'll be cutting those. Plum wise, yeah, there is a few up there. You see those up there? There's quite a few up there. When you start to look, you can see that there's quite a few, so that's good. Down here I've got lots of bindweed by the looks of it, some flowers, and some more French beans. Went a bit mad on French beans this year. And down here I've got some little radish just starting to come. I've had a reasonable picking off of these already. Not quite as good as they were last year, but yeah, that's quite good. We just got up to the fruit cage now. So fruit cage, gooseberries. I'm not sure what goes on with these gooseberries. I've got this bush here and one over the other side, and all the berries are gone, and it looks like the blackbirds have stripped all the berries off of here as well, which is the red cunts, which is a bit disappointing. I really need to get the net on. Got 3 blackcurrant bushes here, and they're doing quite well as well. So you can see there, it's coming along nicely. Quite tart, but they're nice. And over here, through the jungle, yeah, not sure if somebody comes and picks all my gooseberries or some bird eats them all, but there's certainly not any on there, and there were before. And this is the late rhubarb. As you can see, rhubarb's full of water, and the lack of water over the last week has not done it any favours really, but it'll come back, that's fine. Right, we'll go down to the bottom plot. So we're going to plot 15. As we know, first bed is full of main crop potatoes, which are doing really well. This bed here looks like a real mess, but obviously I had my broad beans in. We've had quite a few broad beans off that. We'll just see what we've got here. Don't look too bad, I think. No. Oops. Yeah. Then I don't have to pick them all at the same time because they grow at different rates, obviously. But this is looking like a reasonable crop here. We've got so yeah, as you see, reasonable sized bins, be nice for tea. This year I also decided that I might try and grow some peas again. Didn't do much luck with them before, but with my rotavator I thought the soil might improve and we'll do quite well with those. And yeah, they're doing okay. Quite impressed with those, and need tying up some of them. That's okay. This bed here was obviously the garlic was in there, and the onions over there. And down here I've because it's a bit more shady, even though they've cut the tree down, it's still quite shady. I've put a couple of rows of radish in, and they're doing okay. I think it'll be another couple of weeks. Right, we'll go down here to the nursery area. Yeah, and obviously this hedge here is full of blackberries, and yeah, there is absolutely loads of blackberries there. So my jungle, that is my flower bed for growing daffodils and tulips. This is a job that I need to sort out this month. Cut all this down. It's absolutely gone mad. It's a bit of a disgrace, really. We'll get there. Sloe berries, sloes. They're all coming along quite nicely. And this here is my wallflowers. Over there, they're coming along really nicely. And this bit here is where I put a load of French beans. And as you can see, they're coming up nicely. Very nicely. Right, that's my review of the allotment in July. We're cropping quite a few bits and pieces, and we've got things to come. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon.